This nigga different, bro. He different, bro.
Oh man, how that wing, boy? Well, good, boy. Good. This nigga, man.
Yeah,
Could have brought wings for all of us.
Yeah.
This nigga, man. Like we ain't want no chicken wings. But let me grab some for the fellas. No. All right. Mm-hmm. Whoo.
On that. Oh, it's right there. Talk about something, bro. How you feeling?
It's bullshit, nigga.
We had to start it all over again. Yeah,
goddamn bullshit.
It happens. It happens. It happens. Technological.
Yeah. It's almost like I went in and had to pull out early or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck it felt like.
Yeah, we good.
I couldn't hold my own shit. Yo, welcome to the Who You Talking To show. So we back.
We
You
back.
know what I mean? We back. You know what I mean? We done figured out what we need to figure out. You know what I'm saying? A little glitch in the matrix. It happens. You know what I mean? But you know, good thing is nobody got deported. You know what I mean? During that time that we were out.
There we go.
In case you guys get a chance to see that. But the main reason why we are here tonight, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. Intros. OleHead and OleHead Rell. From what my pop says. You know what I mean?
Pops
Oh, so your pop said that?
Yeah, I
Oh,
call
okay.
him Rell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
T-Rails out here.
where the T came from.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't even know.
I have
I didn't
no
know. I
idea.
was gonna say. I was just gonna ask that.
Don't
question.
even know. We ain't gonna. Maybe from the
Okay.
middle name. Is it Thaddeus?
All right.
Rodolfo Thaddeus. Fluker.
Oh, that's
Okay.
where we going.
RTF. All right. You good?
I'm good, bro.
You
I'm
good? You good? You smacking?
Mhm.
Some
Yeah, that
chicken?
wing. That
Got
wing.
some
bro.
wings, man.
Yeah.
You
Little
good?
barbecue.
I'm good, bro.
Okay, man. You
I want to see where you headed.
You seem a little stout. You seem a little stout. You know what I mean? A little tight. You know what I'm saying? Wing. Okay. All right. Well, there's no play there. So glad y'all came back with us here tonight. You know what I mean? And you know, for what we're really here for is for a male's intuition. We want to have a talk about that because I'm one of people. I got a lot of feelings. A lot of feelings. I know you're surprised. I already knew. I shouldn't even looked at you. You know what I'm saying? But is it feelings or is it that voice that talks to you? You know what I'm saying? That, you know, deep down inside, some call it a subconscious. Others call, hey, just go with your gut. You know, and your spirit.
You go to
you know what I mean?
To the religious.
I seen something dope online. There was a quote, and unfortunately, I didn't get this young man's name, but he had gut written out that it stands for gut means God's usually talking. I thought that was pretty dope.
That is dope. That is dope.
I was like, that's pretty fire. You know what I mean? That means God's usually talking to you in some way. The reason kind of why like we agreed to go in on male intuition is because we all feel it at some point in time. You know, we all feel that inner voice that talks to us, tries to get us to do the right thing, hopefully. And I had an experience last week, you know what I mean, with some male intuition. And, you know what I mean, we'll go into that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like maybe we should really break down on what intuition, as it's really defined, is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for any conscious reasoning. That's the quote unquote Webster's breakdown of what intuition means. To be able to go into something immediately without knowing the need, you know what I'm saying, or having a certain reason. You just kind of feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess one of my questions would be, before we actually like go into some of those other things, like, do you feel like you're a man that walks with a high male's intuition?
Do I feel that I'm a man that walks with high male or just intuition? I'd say I've never like, and when you posed it, I was like, damn, I never thought about it that way. Like I always think about it in the fashion of like, I definitely feel, I read the room, right? I read the room and read the spaces, and I am always trying to, as a father, as a leader, and a husband, I'm always trying to put up a wall around, um, trying to put up a wall or like defense. Like I'm always playing defense. So I never looked at it as intuition, but it's almost like I have to think steps ahead to make sure that safety, you know what I mean, safety is key. You know what I mean, especially when you talk about like the family, and I'm always thinking forward. So like foresight,
Yeah.
even financially, you know what I mean. With either it relates, whether it relates to finances or it relates to like the upbringing of my children, like trying to be intentional about. I want you to learn this now because of the thing that's down the line.
That's
You know what
coming
I
down the
mean?
line.
And so I never looked at it as intuition necessarily. But even also like if you go when I go into spaces, right? Spaces that are heavily populated, I always like my head's always on a swivel to make sure that threat is not a thing. You know what I mean? That threat doesn't come.
Yeah.
And so trying to just kind of be just protecting. And so I never looked at it as like my intuition. You know what I mean? And it's just like the other night, for whatever reason, I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt like, yeah, told me. He was like, okay, push the chair in front of the door.
Like the bedroom door?
No, in front of the sun. So we got the sunroom, the deck out there. So it's like something told me, like, push the chair in front of the door. You know what I mean? And so instead of me sitting there trying, like, you know, you go in your mind and you question, is this yeah or no? You start to think like, okay, am I just creating this thing in my head, or should I be actually moving based on the thing that was told to me or the thing that I heard? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
sometimes
that
you
inner
question whether
voice.
it's yeah or not. Like sometimes you sit there and be like, is that God talking to me, or is this me talking to myself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but I did it just because, like, I try to follow the thing without. I try. This is not
So
me.
Without question.
what was the reasoning for pushing
Protection.
the chair to the door?
It was
So like a
protection.
safety measure.
It was a safety measure. You know what I mean? And then I won't necessarily say that I'm just like this. A lot of people talk about, oh, I read energy. And you know, this in today's language, we talk a lot about, especially like women and my wife too. She's like the energy, the energy, the energy. And I feel like I logically break down the energy thing. So it's almost like I try to understand the reason behind the thing versus like saying that it's intuition. You know what I mean? Saying that it's intuition.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't necessarily say that like I'm this super high frequency. You know what I mean? I won't
Person.
necessarily say
Yeah.
that.
And that's
Yeah, just
okay.
being honest.
Yeah,
Being
that's
honest about it.
okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. What about you? Do you feel like you're one of those people that, you know, like he said, be having the ability to it's one thing to be able to read the room. You know what I mean? There's another thing to know, like, yo, when I'm in this room, like it does, after I did read the room, now what do I feel from this? You know what I mean? Or are you one of those people that are just like, yo, it's just it's about me. I ain't you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give two thoughts about what's going on in here. You know, like you had that voice in the back of your mind that, you know what I'm saying, that talks to you.
I don't know if I necessarily would say I have a voice in the back of my mind that talks to me. My son say yeah, so I'm gonna say yeah. I just think that first of all, I think you can call him Jesus, Jehovah, Yah, well, all of them the same people to me, same being.
Yeah.
To me, it's the same being. People just give it different names. You know what I mean? Because it's only one.
Yeah.
Now we can, make up. I'm not trying to make this religious or anything, but we can make up all the names we want to make up. It's only one. So, no matter what you call him or how you believe he moved, whatever, it's still the same one. So, but I know that he has a hand on what happens to me in my life. I had several experiences where I'm not gonna say several, but I've had a few experiences where I know that he put a cover over me. He protected me, put a shield around me. You know what I'm saying?
Were you aware of it at the time when it was happening?
No. I was I when I play it back in my mind what happened, I know that it happened.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can see what happened, and that if it had not been for him, it could have went left. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's the context I'm using that in. But as far as like the intuition as we're speaking right now, or the way I perceive it, yeah, I think I have that. I'm not. I don't think I know I have it, because I see things in my mind. I see things before they happen, or I see things moving in a direction that a lot of people around me may not see, that things are going in that direction, and I'll speak on it. And if me and you, if we cool, you part of my circle, whatever the case, I'll share it with you. And you can listen if you want to, and you don't have to listen if you don't want to. But the times I have spoken those things out loud to people, some of them took advantage of it and some of them didn't. But for the most part, they always come true. And like I say, I've told people things and they've listened. I've told other people the same thing and they didn't listen. The people that listen usually benefited from it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that makes me special or nothing. I feel like that I'm just regurgitating what he's telling me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. I don't feel like I'm a know-it-all or I got this foresight.
But you know what you feel.
Yeah, I know what I feel.
You know what you feel. You know what I mean? And that's I think that's an important part to being able to understand our intuition as males, because a lot of times we always hear about the females aspect of, oh, that's a woman's intuition. We always hear that term a lot, you know what I mean? Or especially, I know in my generation, I'm sure in yours too, you know what I mean? It's come with grandmom and, you know what I mean? And a lot of it was, it was their intuition, but a lot of that shit was based off of their wisdom because they lived
Then that's what I was thinking, wisdom.
a very long time.
Right.
So, excuse me. This whole subject made me kind of tap into it more where it's like, okay, is it just like a wisdom thing from learned behavior so you know what not to do, which I'm sure it has a part to it. But I really felt like an intuition thing is more of you just operate at a different frequency where you're able to pick up on things and feel things out, maybe internally. Doesn't necessarily mean it got words to it. You may not have the answer to it at the time when it's happening, but you just feel it, so you know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's good, you don't know if it's bad. And kind of reason why I wanted to get into more of that is because that's something that actually happened with me with you brothers last week.
Okay.
And this was something that when I spoke with you earlier in the week, I said, hey, I'll address it. It happened on the pod. Yeah, shout out to the third eye. But it happened on the pod, so I'll address it on the pod. Not like it's a major thing, but as you guys know, y'all that rock with us every week and follow us and become family with us every week, you know, and tap in with us and talk with us, you know that at a certain point in time in the pod last week, I got up and I just bounced. I know it looked like a little bathroom break, but
that's what we thought.
But it wasn't a bathroom break, and I heard y'all niggas talking shit later too, calling me white boy and all that. You know what I mean? Niggas thought I was dead. Niggas thought I was dead. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. Nigga bail out. You're supposed to crack jokes on them. That's how brothers get down. That's how you know you loved.
That's right. That's right.
They don't come check on you, but they will talk shit on you. You know what I'm saying? So that you know that you loved. You know what I mean? But be honest with you, I'm one of those people that not knowing it and not being able to understand it at a young age, but I was blessed with being able to have like a very a high frequency towards things, reading energies in a room. You know what I mean? And I couldn't put it together what the fuck was going on.
Okay.
I couldn't put it together. Now, knowing you two brothers, and I'm glad that you guys have invited me into your lives, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of something. You know what I mean? So I definitely thank you for that. And To be honest with you, just lay it all out. Now, we're not going to go into details of this, that, and the third, but there were some odds. Y'all niggas was at odds over the last couple of weeks. And I didn't know the details of it. And I don't need to know. It wasn't, later on, it revealed itself like it wasn't my purpose to know, you know. But when we sat down to do the pod last week, I was feeling it from the moment that we sat down, that something in the air wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Even though we can get on here and you'll see this on many other pods and stuff, everybody will vibe out and they'll do their show and they'll talk their shit and all this other stuff. But we actually brothers that we fuck with each other. We talk to each other. This is a father and son right here. You know what I mean? And that's already something that's a little different, you know what I mean, seasoning in your soup. That's different. You know what I mean? That's not some everyday stuff. And it's not fake. When you come here, this shit here ain't fake. And that shit was bothering the hell out of me. It really did. And I'm the outsider, so therefore, all I can do is just fucking feel it. I don't know how to approach you about it. I don't know how to approach you about it. Because it was really some things that was going on between y'all. And like I said, it's nothing that needs to be said out there. But it was messing with me so much internally that as the subject went on, I was sitting here realizing like, yo, this ain't really about the subject. You know what I'm saying? And it got me to a point where when I start feeling certain things and my intuition talks to me in a certain way, if I can't correlate exactly what's going on to try to fix it, I need to get out of that situation. Because it actually starts to affect me that much, that it's bothering me that much, I become unsettled. You know what I'm saying? And if I get unsettled and I don't know what to do with it, it then later, just knowing my personality, it then later turns to anger and aggression. And that's not what's called for when you don't know what's going on at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I just kindly got my shit and I just left. To be honest with you, brothers, I ended up going, and as soon as I got in the car, I turned the show back on and I was watching you two talk through the rest of it. And I drove home angry. I was just like so pissed off at myself because I was like, yo, why you leave? I didn't know why at the time. I just know that something was drawing me like, yo, you need to get the fuck out of there. It took till the next day when I sat back and rewatched, and I just fast forwarded all the way to after I left to let me see, and all of a sudden, boom, it clicked because something beautiful happened later in that show. And for any of y'all out there that follow us, you need to go back and watch last week's episode. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, I know it's long format, short attention span, whatever is cool. But at least the last, I want to say 30 minutes, man, that shit was golden. To see y'all two talk, especially when y'all brought up the situation after you got off the one shit and started talking about the football player that unfortunately lost his life. And when you started talking about some of the things on what you've been going through and to see what you had to say as a father, it let me know that me leaving, that was supposed to happen, because had I been here, that moment would have never happened.
It would have never happened. Yeah.
And I was actually in the way. That's what that told me later. I was actually in the way. And that moment needed to happen so we could come here tonight with y'all and you know what I'm saying? And keep moving forward. Because so many great things were said. I'm not going to sit here and repeat them all because number one, I can't. And number two, you need to go back and go watch it. I encourage you to go back and go watch it. You know what I'm saying? And see where, yo, your son was talking to you, dog. And it was some real shit.
Yeah.
And you was talking, you know what I mean? Your father was talking. That's some, and coming from, I'm just going to tell you this, and not to like take over going on some rant shit, but to see a father and son sit there and go through the things that they go through and to still smile and laugh at the end of all of that and let each other know that, yo, there's still love there. no matter all that shit that happened in the past, he was very concerned with how you feel. You know what I'm saying, dog? And that shit resonated to me. Like, yo, I watched the end of that shit. Not gonna lie to you, and it's not because I'm light skinned, because that shit brought me to tears. Because I know y'all niggas. Stop laughing. You know what I'm saying? I heard it. You know what I mean? But nah, it's yo. When real moments happen in life, that's what I have to give to you. Take those real moments. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't always read the room as males because we let our bravado speak in a lot of ways, and we get in our own way in a lot of cases. And we don't need to. Sometimes when we just sit back as men and we talk and we take the veil off and we get a chance to see each other, shit can be different.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%. And before you move forward,
yeah.
I will say too, like, and it was crazy because I was like, I have to know why you left.
Oh yeah,
I have to know why you left. And it was crazy when you told me, because I'm not into, like, a lot of people be talking about energy and all these different things. A lot of people say these things, and I would say a lot of times when I hear it, it's like women saying it.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, it doesn't sit the same way as it did when you said it, because we had been having a thing. There was a thing.
Yeah.
There was a thing. And the fact that you felt it and then you moved the way that you moved off of it. And it was like mind-boggling to think that, like, okay, well, this is actually real. Some people actually can feel.
Oh yeah.
You mean can feel, because the thing what we do is we'll mask it. We'll mask it. You know what I mean? As men, I think a lot of men, what we do is we'll have these things that's in there, and then even with our family, you know what I mean, we'll mask the thing and come in there and smile.
Yeah.
Do whatever it is that needs to be done, you know what I mean, at the time, and just smile and do the thing, even though you still in it's really still in there. And so it's crazy when you said that, it was like, no, that's absolute truth. And ever since that night, we needed to get that. We needed to have that.
Yeah.
And you left, and it was crazy because you left and you was like, I felt that, and I'm like, that's crazy because we needed to get that. We needed that to happen so that we could get back on a new slate. We had to get a new clean slate, because the thing about our relationship is that we both have our the cons. We both have those cons and those things that kind of make us headbutt each other. But then it's like we also forgive each other.
Yeah.
But the conversation was very necessary in order for specifically, I just talk for myself, in order for me to get to the next place to forgive at that moment, the conversation had to happen. And the fact that you could feel that the conversation had to happen.
I was like, nigga, I got to get the fuck out of here.
That was
I'm
crazy.
telling you, dog. Like, I was sitting here like, you know what I mean? Like, crazy. I couldn't get my words right. Like, even when we did start talking about our subject, I know I said some crazy shit. I mean, but it wasn't, I'm telling you, dog, like, if you're one of those people, and any of y'all out there, you know what I'm talking about. When you're one of those people that are in tune with that, it really bothers the hell out of you. And you don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? And if you don't feel that way about certain shit, cool, man. That's what's up. I wish I was like you. You know what I mean? That I wasn't one of those type of people.
Something I
you know
want
what I
to
mean?
say. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yes, sir. Go
something
ahead.
I want to say about that night. I felt like that we needed to do what we did that night. I really did. And I felt good about it all the way up to the end, where I wanted to push this microphone away from my face, and I wanted to go over there and tell my son, stand up, and I wanted to hug him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's that thing about men. You know what I'm saying? One thing is saying, go over there and give your son a hug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the other thing in me was like, we on camera.
Yeah, you gotta let him stand strong and all that.
You gotta let
me tell you something, man. You only get an opportunity to give out so many hugs in your lifetime.
That is the one thing about that show. The last show we was on is I didn't do what my mind said do. My mind said, get up and give your son a hug.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I ain't even said nothing to him about it. But I thought about it for days after that happened. Because we only do this on Saturday.
Yeah.
I said, from the next time, if it's the next time that I feel like whatever, wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna give my son a hug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like that was the icing on the cake. That that needed to happen. You know what I'm saying? We made it through. Exactly. That's why I stayed on me for a few days.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that I let him down in that moment because I was supposed to hug my son after that happened. And this is making me emotional just to even talk because I don't usually, you usually talk about something and it don't take you back to the emotions that was happening at that time. But I'm actually having those emotions now. So that's why my voice getting kind of funny.
It's all right, man.
But
that's what it's supposed to do, man.
That's the only part that I hated about that show. I felt like it was a good show, and I don't care about the show. I felt like what happened during the show needed to happen, just like you knew it and he knows it. It needed to happen, but I didn't do what I felt like I needed to do at the end of that. And it was because I knew I still, you can't help but see the camera and the microphone right here. And I'm thinking, I don't want to make my son look a certain way on camera.
No,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I didn't.
No, man.
I didn't do it because I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? But
I know what you mean.
Real,
I know what you mean. But when it all comes down to it, because like I told him, and like I had to have a talk with my father after that whole thing happened. Because I did feel bad about it because I feel like, we come here together, you know what I mean, to put a show on and talk this, you know what I mean, this black male shit like that we doing, and for you to just get up and leave, that's like in a band, like, nigga, what you doing? Like, you unreliable on that, and you can't do that in your lifestyle if you're trying to build something with other people. It's not just about you, Marquette, and how you feel. So you need to figure out how you feel and get past certain things. And as you're going to see the same way I do, it's not that easy to navigate.
Facts.
It's not that easy. Like, yeah, I can sit here and say just like you do, like, yeah, man, I regret from that. It's like, yo, I should have went back in there, at least said something. You know what I mean? At least said something that brothers be like, oh, okay, I don't really understand, but all right. You know what I mean? Like, I got you. All right, nigga, fuck off then.
No, you did
what
what you at that time. You did what you had to do.
That's just how I do. You know what I mean? Just like you said about that's how you have to do, but it shows growth in a way that we can also do things better because you don't have to do it that way. Marquette, you can give more explanation. It's okay to do that. My trouble is I didn't know how to find the words at the time because so many things are building up. And in my brain, sitting here, for me, everything's moving at 100 miles an hour. So I have to learn how to try to slow that picture down so that I can now think. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier said than done for a lot of people. Just like you said, oh, man, now looking back, I should have done this. I should have done that. Okay. The key on what we learned to take from it is
go with your gut.
Go with your gut and do what you're supposed to do next.
Exactly. That's
like you don't have an opportunity to do it again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got one take at it. We got one take at this life, people. At the end of the day, we all got one take at it. And we all just figuring our way out going through this shit.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Our levels of, and intuition and what I feel and what you feel, it's all different, but yet it's all beautiful at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And the great thing is that we can share it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we learning from each other at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
I feel like that, and it's brief. I feel like that looking back on it, like I say, I thought about it for a few days. I felt like I let him down in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't do what I felt. You know what I mean? Won't happen again, but that we might not go there like that again. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just saying, I felt like I let him down in that moment because I was thinking about what people thought and what they might look, you know what I mean? And it wasn't about that. It was
it's
about
understandable.
us.
I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
nigga, we live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got 100,000 viewers out there.
Not
You know what I mean? 100,005. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. Like, and man, that's the beauty of being able to get older and see certain things. It's just what we have to learn as older gentlemen. And he'll learn too, you know what I mean? Not talking about it because like he just left, so maybe he cut out on the pot. Like maybe that nigga's not coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like now everybody's doing it. But I know this next time I start feeling a certain way, I will try to throw a hand signal up or some shit like, yo, fucking out of here. You know what I mean? Something. But I was just wondering. I was always like that though, and sometimes my friends back in the day they didn't like me for that shit. We would go out, we'd be 2, 3 in the morning, something going on, and next thing you know, I'm ghost. And they'd be like, "Yo, they're gonna Marquette on that bullshit."
Yeah,
it was like that. But something always was in my brain to be like, "Yo, it's time to go," or this or that, whatever. And then I would hear back later, "Oh, you missed it. They started shooting like 20 minutes after you left." Nigga, I didn't miss nothing.
That's right.
I'm at home with the wife and the babies.
That's the intuition.
I still was able to come out, still have a good time and this and that. And then shoot, something would always ring in me like, "Oh, time to go." Energy shifted in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it didn't have to be a person, place, or thing. I would just feel a certain way. And I always listen to me.
That's it.
Because I can't lie to me. You can't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? We try to.
I tell people that all the time. You can lie to me, but you can't lie.
You can't lie to you.
You know what I mean?
So why are you lying to me? You know what I mean? Bars. I thought you was going for real. We was about to start telling jokes.
About to bail like last week,
we sound like
I was reading my intuition.
You was reading your intuition. Was tingling.
Yeah.
Can we say tingling, or is that pause to tingle?
Tingle pause. Yeah. You about there.
Yeah, man.
And I guess, were you landing? You were landing?
Yeah, I guess I'll land my plane. Like you see me. Look, I wrote out a whole bunch of notes.
No, and that's dope. Like preparation.
Just to let you know, what you say? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Oh, you see the boy drop the P's on him.
Yeah. The P's on him.
The P's on him. Yeah. You got something for this though? You got something?
Oh no, I was just going to read some of the comments.
Yeah, let's go. P's. Yeah, about 5, maybe 6, 5, 6 P's. Yeah, let's go into some of the comments. There's definitely some knowledge dropping in there.
Let's see. Unless you want, well, no, you've been talking a lot. I'll read them.
Yeah, you can read them. I can't see that shit anyway.
We appreciate you. He said we all have a third eye. I'm assuming he meant, and I'm not going to go in depth with that, but all it is just lets you know you need to listen to it and pay attention to it because it's the only lead you correct.
Nigga, what the fuck?
I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to say. Hey, it's funny when you try to like read comments. It make you seem like you can't even read.
All right. Damn, I missed last week's show when I told y'all real. Y'all came too late and fell asleep, but y'all do the 160 and you just hit the joint on Saturday. So why y'all do me like that?
Who is there?
Sorry.
Hey,
sorry.
So we go then. Let's go to I guess this one here.
I guess I'm reading. He can't see the shit anyway. I congratulate the gentleman for paying attention to his mindset and knowing that he didn't need to be there right then. That is something that takes a particular mind and a man that has a brilliant one. You know what? I always liked you.
I always liked you. Tell that damn lie.
Yeah, yo. Go ahead, you can read the next one.
Says, let me give him a hug now, and nothing wrong with you. Wrong with it. You a man, you should always not feel afraid to hug your son in front of anybody because that's you and your future that you are hugging.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid. I didn't want.
Speaking about hugs, before you get to the next one, this nigga gave me a hug the other week.
I did.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Fucked me up, dog. Like, listen, you see me out my arms, I was like, ah.
And you know the thing is about it, bro, is like because I've been noticing that like I know what I need.
Okay.
I know what I need.
That's your intuition. There it is, yo. You got it. Go ahead and put your meat on the table, man.
With the meat. Here we go again. Here we go again. But like I say, I know what I need, and I know that like what I've seen is like it's so funny because like at my age now, I lead with vulnerability, right? So I end up building some great relationships, some really great relationships. But what I've noticed is that like though a lot of people out here faking. Most of us, and I understand like especially as men, I understand that we put the mask on when we leave the house every day. A lot of the times we never take it off. You in the house with the mask on too. And you go in and facing the world with a mask on, then you come into the house and you put that same mask on, or you never take it off. And it's like, I know what I need because I know, and then I can see that we're going through similar things. We're damn near living the same lives. We're damn near living the same lives. And that's something that I've kind of like come down to, like an understanding is like our lives, regardless, you could talk about like we could say, oh yeah, but my wife stayed home, whether your wife worked. You can sit there and talk about all of these the differences within the lifestyles of the individuals. But the thing is that we all are feeling a very similar way. You know what I mean? And so the fact that I know that I need a hug, I realize that I don't mind doing the thing, and I think that we need to embrace each other much more because it's not too many people embracing us. And so if we're not doing it for ourselves, you just going and putting the mask on and never taking it off, and then you just, you know what I mean? We really be needing that. And I know, like I said, I know this because I know that I need it, and I just try my best. Like ain't nothing perfect about me. I'm super flawed, but I try my best to be a good brother to brothers. I try my best to be a good brother to brothers.
And I wanted to say something that on the same line. That's why, I told the story about, the first time I tried to hug my son and I couldn't do it because
tell me that you love me.
You know what I'm saying? I said hug them.
Yeah.
I meant to say, the first time I told my son I loved him. You know what I'm saying? And that thing right there led us to the point where once we really got to communicating and start to building a relationship after he was an adult, that we got to the point where we never miss a day that we see each other without saying, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn
it. But yeah,
so much love in
as
the world.
men, but as men, we're gonna have to do that for each other.
We're gonna have
because if nobody else give it to us, or we don't, it's different when a man give a man a hug and tell a man he love him than when a woman does it.
Yeah, like
it comes from a different place.
Yeah. And then so something too is like and I say this all the time, and I always say that like men don't experience unconditional love outside of pre-adolescent kids or dogs, right? But then there's another thing that you'll find: we can give it to each other.
Yeah,
and that's unconditional. The thing is that I'm not trying to get anything from you. Our relationship is not condition based.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we can give that to each other, which I understand that like back in the day, like these things were
taboo.
You mean man's not gonna be hugging on a man, and you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I understand that. It's like me and the guys on the To Be Fair show. I tell them guys I love them. And it's it's honestly because of OleHead telling me that he loved me, which I understand we have this conversation that it took him a long time to actually be able to say it. Because of that, it enabled me to be able to tell men that I loved them. Him doing that, he didn't even know that until I just told you this. Like it literally enabled me to be able to tell, because I told you I love you.
Yeah, you told me you love me.
Yeah, I remember. We talk about that on the To Be Fair show.
I thought that was not that yours wasn't big, dude.
Oh no, I can understand. Paul.
She like the love. This is going off the rails. But I know for him,
Jesus Christ. Are we serious right now? Hey, facts. Dog.
Hey man, you see how the internet got a nigga having to check? You can't even tell somebody you love them.
Hey, and you know something too. And I want to go because I want to make sure to say this, and then we're gonna go over to the Created the Monster. But I want to say this too. My guys on the To Be Fair show, and that's why I love having the type of guys I got around me because we they say
you got a lot of guys around you.
Pause.
That's what's up. It's almost like a team. Because I know, like, you went into sports.
Yeah. Look. So essentially, what I was going to say is that we were having the conversation. We've been having these conversations multiple times, talking about like the idea of like Johnny's from a 2-parent household, Q's from a 2-parent household, and I was around Q's that I've seen that the dynamic there, and so like me not being in a 2-parent household, I've always looked at like them and said like, oh, you act like you had a 2-parent household. I can tell that you had a 2-parent household. There's a difference between the two, and if you pay attention, you can see, you can really call out. You know when a man didn't have his dad around. If you pay attention, you can tell.
Yeah,
and you can see the guys that did have a dad around, and you can tell. And so, what I say is that, and not even what I'd say, what they said was, we were talking about not even the differences. They were acknowledging well, I was in my mind acknowledging the fact that they had their dad around their entire life and what it turned out to be. And so I always in my mind thought about like, man, if my dad was around, you know what I mean, if I had a dad that was living in the house with me, what I could be. You know what I mean? And seeing their relationship with their fathers, it's like, okay, yeah, now that's dope that you grew up with your dad in your crib. You know what I mean? He was able to leave his imprint on you and teach you how to be a man. You was able to be a man grow. Which is what like one of the biggest things to me is my kids seeing a man grow and to see him learning. You know what I mean? Because I admit his faults. What I try to do is make sure to admit my faults when I'm wrong. I apologize, and like having that in your life, your entire life, right? And so I always thought that their situation was so much better than mine. The crazy thing is listening to them. They appreciate me and OleHead's relationship so much now that it's almost like, I ain't gonna say that they wish they had this relationship with their parents, but I can tell that they actually appreciate the shit out of it. They've said this thing, and it's like, I envied you for what you had, but then the relationship that I have with my pops now, I'm not saying that they envy it. They didn't use that word, but it's like the idea is like
it's kind of reversed.
Right. It's like because I didn't get what you got, I wish that I had it, and I envy you for having that. But then that same thing relates to on the other side, whereas you look at our relationship now and you would love to have the relationship that we had, or the perceived
they ain't doing the show where they pop on the show.
Yeah, it's no, and it made me appreciative, much more appreciative.
That's way different
because like no BS. Like I have my critiques of OleHead. I have my critiques, and I'll give them a hard time. But at the same time, one thing that I appreciate is that my mom didn't bash him. It allowed me to have forgiveness.
That's big. That's everything.
It allowed me to have forgiveness and continuously
That's
forgive.
Everything.
And the thing is, like, even in my relationship, what I learned is like forgiveness, continuous forgiveness, is a part of the human experience. You should continue to forgive.
Yeah,
you should continue to forgive, and you have to continue to forgive. You have to,
because people fuck up all the time.
All the time.
And I'm gonna use this moment to give your mother her flowers. That's why I always give her praise, is because she did something that a lot of women didn't do for their children. She allowed her children to draw or to make up whatever they wanted to about their other parent that wasn't there, instead of her coercing them into believing things was a certain way that they what?
Or even telling the truth where you don't
Yeah,
need the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not at
There
that
is
age.
some truth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth
Oh,
that's
yeah.
being said. At the same time, this truth doesn't allow you want at the end of the day. I
Yeah,
think
but
that
you don't need to tell an 8-year-old that.
or even at the end of the day,
You know what I
even
mean?
whatever you want, whatever you do, in my opinion, whatever you do, you don't want to make it so that the child despises half of himself or herself.
Yeah.
And
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
happens.
Allow them because at the end of the day, this is only one side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is only one side of the story. The other side is very important, and you're going to tell the story from your victimhood and the emotion that you had, and it's like there's always a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the conversation, and I just think that that's very, very important. And
Yeah.
Your mother and I had a conversation on the phone, and I'm not going to talk about our conversation, but we had a conversation on the phone. I think it was last week, probably 30,
that was
40.
this week.
There was what?
That was this week.
That was this week?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, because it was like, okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was this week. We had a conversation on the phone, probably last 30, 40 minutes. And we had a good conversation. And we talked about, where we were at growing up with y'all, all kind of stuff like that. And it was a great conversation. And she made me feel better about myself than I did before, because she made me realize more of what I did that I didn't think was no big thing, but she let me know that it was bigger than I thought it was, and it meant more than I thought it did. So that I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we feel. That's how we feel. Yo, I felt like, when you also coming up with the concept, to talk about these type of things, like, be honest with you, dog, like you make me tap into different shit that I was always walking through my life trying to avoid. Like earlier when you were talking about like putting a different mask on, I'm sitting here getting emotional about the shit. Like, I'm wearing a mask now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hurting inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what the fuck we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what we do. And I don't know if as males we'll ever get beyond it, because we fucking can't. You know what I mean? We got to show up, we got to perform, but we can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Always.
You know what I mean?
Always room for improvement.
Maybe not always in the way that you see it, as far as different levels of the, talking about the feelings and the communication, but there is something to it. I will say that that's something that I learned, because before it was more or less like, yo, we just ain't going to talk about it. Just going to let that go. And we'll just continue on the way that we continuing on.
Right.
And I will say this about not your generation, but the one that's like kind of like coming after yours, is they're really like really pushing for like, nah, put this shit on the table. And I'll be honest with you, like, I'm having a hard time doing it. I really am, because of the way that I was raised, the same way that you was raised. Like, nah, we ain't putting, the only thing that goes on the table is the check.
And the plate.
And the plate. I don't care how you felt about either one of them.
Right.
That's right.
And the millennial generation, the newer ones, are coming through and they're saying like, nah, man, that's not good enough no more. And in one sense, it's cool, because it's like, okay, like, yeah, you know what? I do got a problem with that.
I do feel.
I've been walking around with a whole lot of feelings that I ain't expressing. I just keep them right fucking here, because every time I did express them, shit went that way. It showed me, go ahead and just keep it right there. Don't even put it out there.
And the other part about that is to make you feel vulnerable. We don't like feeling vulnerable. That's a man thing. You don't. We don't. Excuse me. We don't like feeling vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then when we put it out, and then you give it back to us the way you give it back to us, then we feel like,
I don't know.
Just kept that shit.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know what to
Should've
do
just
with
kept
it.
That shit. Yeah, and then you really don't know what to do with it now.
Yeah, I just went out on the limb just for the tree to break.
Yeah,
the branch to break.
And now here the hell I am, and now you critiquing everything about me. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? I only said this one thing. I didn't need to hear the other 10 things.
Yeah.
Which may kind of talk about, you know, leading sort of into some of our significant others, people that are very influential in our lives, things, you know, people that we're connected to, people that we spend a lot of time with, put a lot of effort into. They put a lot of effort into us. And with the efforts that we put into these people, have we created monsters out of some of the ones that we say, I love you to? Because we started telling them about how we feel.
Or lack of telling how I feel.
Or lack of, you know, whichever. The glass is half full, T-Rell. Little inside job, but yeah. Is this something that you were like, you had a certain thing that you was feeling in regards to creating certain monsters?
No BS. Like what I realized, even and we do what?
Do we not read some of the comments when
we transition?
You know what?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh.
Look at this man trying to be a podcaster.
What the fuck?
He's podcaster.
What the hell? Nigga said, shouldn't we get to the people?
Yeah. What's that?
Yo,
people with us.
Mighty Chess, Juju Wright, -I9s.
Yeah. First, we'll get down to Juju.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no. By all means. Can you read it, nigga? Since
my screen split.
Okay, well, keep your screen split.
That is what Martin's show was so important because, or maybe that is why Martin's show was so important, because they would say, give me some love and give each other hugs. And that's what me and my friends have done for the last 30 years.
Dope.
Nah, 100%.
Yo, Martin was the shit, yo.
Martin ain't have shit on the Bernie Mac show, but that's another conversation.
But anyway, I'm with you, bro.
Everyone needs glasses at 40. It's real needs them right now. LOL. Sorry about the typo.
Oh man,
why you shooting though? That was a necessary shot.
You see how he put this double space between the nigga name? Put a T in front of his T-Rell.
Talk about
T-Rell now.
I am planning. Or maybe we don't know if that's a she or not. I am proud, guys. I guess I'm proud of you guys for being able to tell your truth. I always taught my children to say I love you, even my boys say it to each other.
That's all right.
Why do men have to say pause when they say they love each other?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with loving your brother. Men should love each other. More. It will be less war going on because
this nigga choking on the love right now.
Yeah.
When you're in the household with your father, you see the growth in him as he see the growth in you. Parenting is something that is one-on-one type of thing. No book can be written for its family love. And lastly, my pop will always pull me over and give me math. His math is always impeccable. I still do that math to this day. Those that understand.
I understand the math, dog. Believe that. My pop hit me with some math the other day, T-Rell, and that nigga slid off in his slippers and hit me with the 1-2 liner and then left the room. And I was like,
just dropped the mic.
Yeah, that nigga dropped the mic on me and left. Like, all right, son. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
Stupid.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, go do something about your throat. This nigga's dead. Nah.
Well, go ahead. So
Yeah, go ahead.
And that transition was kind of fire. And
it
so,
was
like,
fire, but then niggas didn't call it out. So now the transition ain't fire no more.
no, it was fire. But and so what I realized, and actually, I didn't realize this. I actually had a homie that called me out. I was complaining. You know how you talk to your homie and you talking about the things that go on and the things that you're upset about.
Yeah.
That's going on in your household or with your spouse, and you know what I mean, you're talking about the thing. And what bro said was like, yeah, but you created this.
Is he married?
He's not married.
He's not married.
He's not married.
Unqualified.
Well, he was married.
Okay, qualified.
He was married. He was married. Divorced.
Requalified. Qualified more than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Very qualified.
My bad, dog. You are very qualified.
Haven't been through it. And it's one of the guys, like, it's all of my homies outside of that group, my To Be Fair group, like, are older than me, at least by 10 years. And so he's
you're always the young buck in the room?
I'm always the young buck in the room. Like, for real, like, it's funny that, like, all of the homies post-military have been older guys. And I just respect, I fuck with wisdom.
And you're what, 36? 6?
Yeah.
I am, nigga.
Yeah, I got my mom like 48, 50. Yeah. You'll be, that's all of the
nigga,
guys.
I'm 50. I'm about to be 51.
Yeah. Shit. But
nigga, you may get there one day.
No, hopefully so.
Be glad when you do.
The point that I was made, like, he was like, yeah, bro,
I'm like,
that's 70. You created that. You created that. And I was like, dang, you know what? I never thought about it in the fashion of, like, what did I do, or me not voicing the things that I should have voiced during that time period. What you do is that now these things create new norms. These norms, even though you don't like these things, if you don't voice, if you don't provide the opposition to the thing, then now this becomes the character that you'll have to deal with moving forward.
Yeah.
And I think that it happens on both sides, but like, I think women are more apt to call out the thing. We super choose our battles because every time you choose one, you know that there's defense, and that's going to be
something else coming right behind it.
And so what I realize is that even beyond spouse, even beyond your spouse, what you'll do is even with your kids, you do the same thing with your kids. You create the monster that you then complain about because you didn't say the thing that needed to be said, or you didn't stay on top of that thing.
Yeah.
And it led to this behavior becoming the norm. And so we complain about those norms that we actually allow to be created. And then we complain about the way that they manifest themselves in our lives. And so I was like, dang, do we not create the monsters that we then complain about on the back end? And so I just wanted to see what y'all think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, what right now? What do you think about?
What
How do
we
you
think?
feel?
Because OleHead's dead, as far as I'm concerned.
No.
That nigga fell out somewhere. He's not coming back. So that's what's happening there. But as far as our monsters that we created, I'm like, I think it's twofold. Because in one sense, I definitely agree with that concept, because I thought about it myself from the things I do in my own home, you know, and it's just like, the hard part about it is, like, when you have a whole family and a lot of kids, it causes for that whole traditional, I'm doing this and you're doing that role. If you want your house to sustain, sometimes you switch roles, you flip-flop, you this, you that. You got to be everything for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But then the monster part comes when you're being everything for everybody, and the years start clicking by.
Yes.
And you see the people grow, and now the thing that you were just trying to do to alleviate maybe like a certain scenario at the time when it happened, and you can paint your own scenario for your own house. Now that's expected of you. And you were just trying to fix that problem or whatever the fuck it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 minutes ago. And now that's all of a sudden, that's your role now. And you wake up and you start looking like, yo, but I don't want that shit to be my motherfucking role.
Yeah.
I was only doing this because for that reason, because of that child, because of this and
this specific scenario. I'm trying to make your life
and
easier.
It carried on. And now here we are. And now you talking like, well, I don't want to do that. All right. Well, are we now and especially for y'all that's in there that has a long-term relationship, not no short-term shit, that long-term shit, where you, like me, I'll give you an example. Like me, I do a lot of the major cooking in my house. And in most scenarios, traditional, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Use
like
a use now. Go ahead.
Moms would do that shit. Okay. My thing, but for me, you got lucky because I'm a nigga that likes to cook. I like chefing shit up. I like looking up the ingredients on shit. I like, you know what I mean? I like making shit up because for me, it's just like with cutting hair and barbering, like there's a creativity to cooking. And you put one spice in, that make your shit different from what the fuck I'm putting in. You know what I mean? And also I find it as it's a therapy for me. You know what I mean? And it's a creation thing. Plus, I was always picky as fuck as a eater. So I didn't always trust everybody else's baked mac. So I learned to make my own. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my shit is fire.
So man, this, but did you intend or would your intention always to be like the primary cook in the house?
Didn't set out that way, no. Didn't set out that way. You know what I'm saying? And I know that having a long-term relationship, there's certain times where that flip-flop because of work schedules or this going with the kids. Like in some of the earlier years when I was doing night shift, she was doing more of it. You know what I mean? And then I tried to get on a different schedule, and because of work, then it was like, then I flipped and I was doing more of it because now they doing, you know, this and that, which for me, it didn't really bother me all like that. But there are times where it does bother me like that. Because now it's like, now I'm looked at like, well, nigga, we just expect you to do it.
Yeah. And then you know something that's crazy.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So now if I don't do it, it ain't happening. Because that's what it looked like sometimes.
You know the tough part too. The tough part too is and I've kind of I've been through, and I remember, and I'm pretty sure at the end of the day,
bring it down. You about to fuck your whole game up. Nah, God.
It's tough when the thing that you feel that you're going out of your way to do to make the other person's life easier then becomes the expectation of you.
Yeah.
So this is just what you're supposed to be doing. You're actually not going out of your way to do this for me, which is the intent when this thing started. But no, you're doing this because you're supposed to be doing this.
It switches.
You mean?
It switches later.
Yeah, it switches.
You didn't see the switch.
And then next thing you know, you just put on a whole nother backpack that you already had on. You got like throwing rocks in the backpack that you already had. Then you just threw another one in there. You didn't know this was a lifetime thing. You thought that you was coming in and, yeah, man, I'm gonna put this. I want this to be easy.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, you do that now. You know what I mean?
And it gets really rough. It gets really rough once that thing that you're trying to do to, you know, I mean, I just want this to be easy for you right now. Now it becomes your responsibility, and it's like there's not, and the appreciation is damn near non-existent.
Hold on a second. Nigga, you got some butterscotch or something? What the fuck?
Get something from the throat, bro. I had to get something from the throat. Pause. Yeah. I had to get something from.
I heard the old man butterscotch sound. I'm like, what?
Right, get something from the throat, bro.
Where'd you get candy?
Yeah,
all right. Now I'm just messing.
But yeah, no, I think that like, and I think there's a lot to be said about that. Like even like I got a homie, he was like, I don't know. I told him, I was like, bro, don't be talking about I inspired you to do this. But he was like, yeah, I went home and I was like, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna just start paying the full house bill. Like I'm gonna start paying the full house bill. And he was like, you inspired me. I was like, bro, I didn't inspire you to do shit. I was just telling you my story. And I wouldn't tell no other man. I wouldn't tell no other man, hey, yeah, you should be paying. I think that's the best thing that you. No. I ain't telling nobody to do nothing like that. I didn't see the thing, and then when you in hindsight after, and it didn't take long.
Yeah,
it didn't take long for that very thing to become. That's what you should be doing.
That's what you should be doing.
You know what I mean? You feel like you're going above and beyond.
Do you think that we do it too, though? Like, I mean, it's not. It goes both ways.
And I'm glad that you brought
because I don't sit there. It's not like, oh yeah, like I may do majority of the cooking in the crib, but I ain't doing the laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't running. Let me gather everybody's socks together and shit. Fuck no. That shit will sit right there. You know what I mean? But you know, the food thing, like that's different. Plus, you know what I mean? Well, I'm nice.
Mine, see, y'all got them different stories. I didn't hear old heads because I wasn't here. Yeah. I was trying to find a throat.
I told him on the internet, I said you died. I said the nigga
I was trying to find something from my throat. But my shit mine is fixing everybody's cars. I got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, house, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Now I don't work on the houses like I used to because I already done all the work pretty much. It's just little uncles here and there, you know what I mean? But as far as the houses go, I've done all the work on the houses.
Yeah.
Okay. My wife's car, I don't have no problem fixing it. But then you bring your daughter, then you got to bring your son, and I'm like, you know,
you just expected to fix everybody's car now.
I'm not taking care of, you know what I'm saying? And then if you don't do it because you know everybody knows I can do it, and then she gonna end up paying for it if I don't do it. Now I got, you know what I'm saying?
You know the funny thing I tell OleHead all the time, the oop is the only thing I gotta do is tell you how much it's gonna cost to take it to the shop. Exactly. You'll be like, there's no way I'm gonna. You shouldn't have to pay all that money. That's crazy. And the next thing you know, this nigga under the hood.
Ratchet.
I told him I would use that too.
That nigga said, hand me that 316. Nigga, stop playing.
I just make up a number. Them niggas said $1,800. OleHead be up under the hood.
We can do that for about $200-300 every
week. And then he gonna brag about it too. And then that's how he get his joy. Yeah, they said it was gonna be. I told him it was gonna be 18. I did that for $400. He didn't take nothing. It was just 2 hours, $400. They was gonna charge you $1,800. Like yeah, they're sitting there like, got him. Got him.
You see what's all? Yeah. Don't let him keep getting you like that, man.
No, that's not me. I don't get that off.
I'm just talking about it in life. They getting it off on you because they know that you'll be like, nah, hell no. I got you. Oh man, that's what's up.
But
what's up?
Let's see. Let me see. I'll say. Let's go.
Oh, he's from PA.
Yeah. You know, Q them. That's where Q and them from.
What part?
That's Q's family. I don't know exactly what part. But yeah, they from Jersey, I believe. PA.
Okay,
Jersey.
so they from the tri-state area. Yo, so you know where Redding's at. You know where it's at.
My brother from the great state of Pennsylvania. Yeah. I am the same way. People can say what they want to, but when we cook, because it's also with me, it also
relaxing me. Yeah. A lot of brothers from PA cook. You know what I'm saying?
If I had a daughter, I would tell my daughter do not get married to a man that did not have his own place for at least 3 years, because if he can't take care of his own ass, how can he take care of you? Ooh, and this is another conversation, right? So this is a conversation. I don't know if are we cool to talk about the conversation that you and your old lady was having? I was there about your daughter's boyfriend. Is that fine?
Okay, well, you just asked him on, you know. I mean,
that's fine. I mean, we on the show. If he says no, we still not gonna talk about it. All right.
I don't even know what conversation, so I'm gonna say yeah, so I can kind of hear it.
No, it's just like the
remembering everything, man.
I don't remember everything. It's just the expectation. You know what stuck with me was the fact that the idea of like, and Unc was talking about like if he had his daughter, he would tell her not to deal with a certain type of guy. And I was listening to y'all's conversation. If you remember, I was like, but where were you when you were this age?
Oh,
when you was holding this standard
when we was out back,
right?
Yeah.
The standard that like, and it's crazy, like the standard that as parents that we would tell our kids to not deal with, like, oh yeah, you're supposed to. This is the standard, and it's like, but nigga, you was never that guy.
You wasn't the standard.
You wasn't the standard. You wouldn't have made the cut. No. You wouldn't have made the cut.
No.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, dang, like, what am I going to tell my?
You know what it is, though, dog. Like, it's because, and even like what he's saying there about the whole 3 years, is because when you have the girls, you now want them to, you want them to skip
Mm,
a certain
yeah.
the fuckery.
You really want them to
part.
skip
Yeah,
their
yeah.
20s.
You want them to skip
You know what I
you.
mean?
Yeah.
You want them to skip you.
No, crazy fact.
It's like I want you
Yeah.
to be with someone who is like me now,
Yeah,
but not like me then.
exactly.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like what
right.
I came into later. So I want you to skip this, which is wild because now like I got a lot of kids and they're at different age groups and different time periods.
I got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Join the club.
But I find myself like one of my older daughters, I'm like, yo, and she just about to be 30 soon. And I'm like, yo, with your mentality, you actually need to be with somebody that's like 40, 45. You know what I mean? And even if I were to go back and she was 25, I would say you should probably be with a male that's actually like 35 or
so
40.
10 years older than you.
At least 10.
What is it that you see in her that makes you feel
Well,
that she should?
it's her mentality where she's more of a wife.
And niggas ain't ready at her age.
At that age, at
Yeah.
the same age.
Mhm.
No. Like you may get a rare one, but even with the rare one in between, you still gonna have to deal with his growing.
Exactly.
No, 100%.
Exactly.
Because I'm trying to take her away. Like my wife had to deal with my growing. You know what I mean? Just because I appear like I got it all together.
Really, that's
and
how you appear.
I'm on the internet and I'm giving out all these jewels and I'm leading, you know, men down the paths that I'm leading them down. It wasn't always like that. I know it's hard to believe, but it wasn't always like
no, say it wasn't so.
Say I know.
Not you. Not you.
And I had a time. I had a time at it. You know what I mean? And it's like when you got girls, you want them to skip that motherfucking time of it.
Yeah, no, you do.
You really do.
And
but
crazy to think. I'm glad you said that because
that's why you get a boyfriend a hard time.
I would definitely want my daughter to skip the me when I was 19, 22, 23.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, when they that young, you like, if your daughter at 18 brought home a 28-year-old, you like, oh hell no.
hey, what we say? Bad Boy 2? Reggie pulled up. Nigga, you at least 30.
Yeah. All right. Me and you pop at the door. You ever make love to a man?
Yeah.
Scared the shit out that nigga, man. But you get older and you're like, now, and it's crazy. And a lot of it, I know this may go off, but like a lot of it is our culture. Our culture is you're 18, you should be with an 18-year-old. Maybe 19 cool.
20 maybe.
20, he better be just turning 20. You know what I'm saying? It better be close.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get outside the states and you get into these other countries, it's a 16-year-old with a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old with a 28-year-old, an 18-year-old with a 30-year-old. They the younger women are always with older men.
But that's not even outside the states, bro. When we was in high school, when I was in high
but I
school,
mean, like in the states,
was dealing with 20-year-olds.
It's kind of like it's frowned upon here.
It is.
That's what he was saying.
Well, in reality, I don't believe that it's only it's only frowned upon when you're at a certain age. When you're younger, 18 to like really until you're like 35, 30,
then it's okay.
Then because him being 40 and you being 30 is not a big deal.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed too is that like for whatever reason, when you get in your 30s for women, when they get in their 30s to mid 30s, they all of a sudden want men their age. Whole time you was younger, you wanted men older than you.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden in this 30, mid 30 age, you kind of want a dude that's your age. You know what I mean? For the bulk of them, they want dudes that's around their age. And then I think on the back end, it goes.
I don't know where are you getting that from?
I'm just talking about the peers. So like the people that's around me.
Okay.
What I see is that like women in their mid 30s, like early to mid 30s, they tend to start wanting somebody that's around there. They don't want nobody that looks so old. They want somebody that's
maybe it's
around
a look thing.
It's probably more of a look thing.
Societal, it's a societal norm that
thing.
they want. It's maybe off of a look, but it's. I'm gonna say this. I don't know where that statistic is coming from, but to me, I think that shit is flawed. I think that a woman always wants a male that's at least a little bit older than her?
Because of the fact that
Look at this
women.
He hype. Look.
Come in.
Go ahead.
Come on, go ahead. OleHead.
That's the fact that women.
Put the fact out there.
Yeah,
Put it right there.
That's because of the fact that women in their 30s have dealt with those guys
the fuck
earlier, and they know where they're headed. They want somebody that can teach them. Listen, hold up.
This you can't hold on. You can't sit there and say
no,
that you've been dealing with Tyrone and then you want to say that dudes our age came there.
No. Even niggas that's got it together now. I mean, look at us.
Us what? What?
You just said that you wouldn't have wanted you
when I was 19.
Okay, so but then now when I start elaborating,
I said 1920.
Oh, nigga, even goddamn, what was you doing at 23?
I was in the military.
You was in the military, but you was in the military, but was you worth a fuck?
Yeah. I wasn't at 23.
Oh
nigga.
my
I was
God!
I was taking care of my wife at 23, paying all of the bills.
Okay.
I was taking care of my wife at 23. But no, I wasn't. I wouldn't want her to. I wouldn't want my daughter to be with me at 23.
Yeah, I mean, I might have been.
I still was figuring it out.
But
I was trying to figure it out.
You see,
tell them.
That's the point I'm trying to get to.
It sounds good.
Hey, thank you.
That's it.
See, you heard that was a pause in the room.
Don't let it trigger.
Okay, so
go ahead, move past it.
When a woman is in her 30s, early 30s, mid 30s, latter 30s, they don't want nobody their age. That's just a mind thing. They want a man that can come in with some experience, some wisdom, some knowledge, so that he can help them or either let them come along with him because he already done got some certain things figured out. And then another thing is when you start getting at that age, your birthing days is pretty much behind you.
And child support should be done by then.
Your birthing day
that is a big
child support is pretty much done.
All the niggas on child support. All the niggas
it should be coming to the 18th year now.
And the thing is, bro, still ain't worth a fuck. He gonna sit here try to act like he older, he in his 40s and 50s.
No,
These
all
niggas
it
ain't worth a
is
plug.
finally the fucking child
I didn't
support
say
is
that
done.
they was worth a plug. What I said was that a man at that point in his life should have got
together.
Okay, it ain't everybody at no age range. There's always some people that's a little further than other people.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you in your 40s, 50s, or whatever, and you ain't figured out a path, you don't deserve to have a fucking woman.
No.
So she don't want your ass no way. But my point is that when a woman's at that age, she tired of boys. She wants somebody that's already got a little something figured out, that's already got a little something going on, and he can bring her along and show her some things along the way. That's what she wants. And then you want to sit here and talk about, they fucked up. Everybody fucked up. You can go 60, 70, 80. There's somebody fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not debating that part.
Okay. So therefore, just be selective in what you choose. You know what I mean? Go for what you actually want. But don't no 35-year-old woman want no dude sitting behind her. Okay, you know how to do this? No, I ain't did that yet. Have you done it? No, I ain't did. So we're going to YouTube it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't know.
They want that person that's been through some things, that's done learned some things, and they can learn from them. You know what I'm saying? And try to live a little better. And that is the attraction. I don't have to put up with all this growing pains with the ones y'all was talking about.
Yeah.
The ones we all went through, the ones that all men go through. I don't want to deal with your growing pains. I want to deal with somebody that done got grown. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Well, you got the luxury of speaking from a different aspect because you've grown now.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, hey, did you hear what the man said?
Hey, I'm letting you rock. You see that? I'm letting you rock. You see, I'm letting you rock. They don't need to come over here and be trying to be.
Don't bring that shit this way, dog.
Shit to me, because
Look, hold on. Look, cougars, not coolers. There are plenty of coolers out there, and you can all call them Thundercats or whatever you want to. But they're out there, and they're out there in full nation right now.
Yeah. Then what else? OleHead said you need to understand that there are plenty of coolers out here, and then when I say plenty, I mean plenty. Some of them are kin to any one of us right now. No, that's true.
Man, then he get called out the kissing cousins on the show.
That's what he did. I didn't catch the kissing. This nigga just jumped off.
Way off.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
We good?
I think that was fun. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming out with us here tonight. This is the Who You Talking To show. You know what I mean? Pardon for the early technical difficulties, but 100%. Y'all came to and y'all hung around for round 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just remember, you know what I mean? We here every Saturday, 8:30.
I think we're gonna push it up.
We'll push it up.
We'll tell them that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna change the shit.
We're gonna talk about that off air.
Motherfucking show. You know, this is a nigga that midstream goes,
oh, I already know.
No.
I already know. Yeah.
This is the Who You Talking To show.
Hey, just remember, no matter what you do, loyalty does love different.
100%.
Peace.
100%.